Assistant Professor, IT Department of our college. Let's see what is a Boolean data type now. Definition. Boolean is a data type that contains two types of values, that is 0 or 1. The next one is behavior of Boolean data type. Basically, the bool type value represents two types of behavior, either true or false. Here, 0 represents false and 1 represents true. To use this built-in Boolean data type in our programming language, we have to include the keyword bool. The next one is the syntax. The syntax is data type variable name. For example, if I want to have x as a Boolean data type, then I have to write bool x. Similarly, I want to have a and b as Boolean variables. Then I have to write bool a comma b. The next one is the need of the header file in C programming language. For the successful completion of the program, if I am going to use this Boolean data type in our programming language C, then I have to compulsorily include this header file #include std_bool.h. But in C++, it is not compulsory to include this header file. The next one is the storage capacity. This bool data type holds 1 byte of memory. 1 byte inside our computer memory. Let's see the first example program now. First of all, the aim of the program is to display the value of the variable x. For that, we have to include the header file studio.h and then std_bool.h because we are going to write the Boolean variable, so that we are including this header file now, and then the main section. And here, when we are go through the program, we can able to see printf, and this one is a printf, so that we can able to understand these two are the output statements in the C language. But what about the input statement? We all know that each and every program has its own input as well as the output. But in this program, there is no input statement, there is no scanf statement. Then how we are going to fetch the input? By using this line. This is the line of declaring the variable x as a Boolean data type as well as the initialization of this variable x. Here we are initializing the variable x is going to take the value false. We already studied that it will take either true or false values. So that in our program we are taking x is equal to false, for example. So by seeing this statement, we can able to guess the output of the program, because the aim of the program is to display the value of the variable x. Here x is a Boolean data type and it takes a false value. So definitely we will have the value of x as false. Let's see this if-else now. So when the control comes here, the x value is first of all we are checking the x value whether it is true. Then if it is else means it is false. So what will happen if I have assigned this x is equal to false? Then the true part will not be executed. Why? The reason is x is equal to false. But here we are checking x is equal, if x is equal to true means then display this particular statement, so that this part will not be executed, and we are coming to the else part because x is equal to false, and now this statement will be coming in the output. So the value of x is false. This is the output of the program. Okay, what will happen when I will change it? When I will change this x is equal to false as true instead of false, now I am changing it to true. Then what will happen? Here when the control comes here, we are checking if x is equal to true. Then display this particular statement. If x is equal to true, yes, x is equal to true only. So that this particular statement will be coming in the output. So let's see what will happen. The value of x is true will be coming in the output. because we have assigned x is equal to true. So we are coming to the next program. The next program is to display the values in the array. We all know that what is an array. An array is a contiguous storage locations of the same data type. And in this program, we are going to display the values in the particular array. For that, we started writing with the studio.h statement, header file, and then stdbool.h header file, because we are going to use Boolean array in our program. So, the first statement in the main section is bool, and then the array name is b, and it takes two values. The two values are true and false. So here B is a Boolean array and it takes two values. These are the two values. We all know that to display or to process the array elements, we have to use looping statements. Here we are using the for loop. So for I is equal to 0 and I less than to I plus plus, we are writing some statements. The first statement is helpful to display each and every statement in a new line. So the output will come in the new line. The next one is a very important statement. Here only we are displaying the elements in the array. What is the name of the array? The name of the array is b. And here the running variable is I. So that we are writing b of I. And here we are putting %d. So what will be the output of the program? By just seeing these array values and for loop all the elements will be displayed, we won't say that the true and false will be the output. We won't say. Then, what is the meaning of this %d? Here we have already studied that 0 means false and 1 means true. So that here, because we are writing %d here, the true value, that is the true value means the numeric equivalent of the true value will be coming in the output. Then again the for loop goes up, it is processed. The next element is false. Here the numeric equivalent of the false is coming in the output in the new line. So these are the outputs of the program. So the last program is Boolean with logical operators. We all know that the logical operators are and, or, and then not. So we have to know about what is and, or, and not. This and symbol means when both the inputs are high, then only the output will be high. High means 1. When both the inputs are 1, then only the output will be 1. And about this OR operator, when either one of the input is high, means input is 1, then the output will be 1. And this operator will give the negation. So, if the input is 0, then the output will be 1. If the input is 1, then the output will be 0. So, now let's enter into the program. So, inside the program, we are having two variables A and B, and these two variables are now belong to the data type bool. So the bool A is equal to, we are initializing the variables as false. Then another variable B, we are initializing it with true. And we all know that the value of false and true, false means 0 and then true means 1. Then immediately we are entering into the printf statements, the output statements. Here we are writing the value of A and B is %d, and this is the logical operator AND. A and B. So what will be the output? I will write the output here. So that only I am writing the comment line now. What will happen? Now A means false and B means true. That means 0 and 1. But we know that when both the inputs are 1, then only the output will be 1. But whenever the input is now 0, so that the output is 0. A and B is 0. 0 and 1 is 0. Then the next statement, the value of A or B. This is OR logical operator. We have studied, if either one of the input is 1, then the output will be 1. Here A is 0, then B will be 1. So either one is 1, so that the output will be 1. Now the last output is the value of negation of A is negation of A. This is the logical operator we are writing here. What is A? A is equal to false. False means what? 0. But we are writing negation of A. So 0, then the negation of 0 is 1. This is the output of the program. For example, if I will include one more line, that is the value of B is negation of B is, then the negation of B will be, already B is true. True means 1. Then the negation of B is 0. The output will be 0. So while coming to the final point, the final key point is this built-in Boolean data type is primarily associated with checking conditional statements.